I think, well, you talk about response, but the most recent response we had, which was a very clear voice, was in the last MEPC back in October, where that was completely unprecedented and unexpected. And that showed a clear voice from the industry itself, saying we've got more work to do here. Right. And it's interesting when we talk about uncertainty, we usually talk about, well, go back 5 years ago, you talk about pre-COVID times I'm talking about, it was usually about technological compliance and regulatory regimes, which meant, there were a number of years and the shipping industry had to comply and there was a preparation around it. And it was around technology. It was around the technical capability. So in an industry, we pulled, it was able to be in a collaborative effort to make that next step. Now we're looking at something completely different and we're balancing a scale between energy security and energy transition. And that balance is becoming more and more pulling towards opposite ends. And it brings in community, it brings in commercial. So there's a lot of pressure from many factors, as my fellow panelists have also mentioned. And that uncertainty does question how quickly we're able to adapt on that balance of energy security versus energy transition. But I'm just thinking of your first comment and says we don't want to end this in a doom and gloom. So just to end the first comment.
I love doom and gloom, I have to admit.
No, we'll have to be careful
you're right.
that we don't. On times of uncertainty, though, there's also a lot of opportunity. And with that opportunity is where we have something in our hands to do something with it. So through that opportunity, there's a bit of a push and pull within the industry to, let's say, decarbonize or to make investments, particularly around longer-term investments when it's still a very evolving picture, plus the fact you've got the overlay of geopolitical unprecedented. So, but that doesn't represent that there is opportunity to make changes, and there is also a responsibility. And shipping has demonstrated that with environment, safety, and keeping the livelihood of significant routes across food, energy across the world, global trade, 80-90%. So we've got to go back to that purpose.